Hello and welcome to a new episode of Nerd Informer. This is Damick, and I'm going to be giving you the news here today. So we'll start off here with, SDCC was just recently. For those that don't know what that means, that is San Diego Comic-Con. That is I don't know if it is the largest, but it is a very large Comic-Con. That's where most of your announcements for new Marvel movies happen, or a lot of new comic book themed stuff, and it's pretty much evolved into also like video games and other things like that. So we'll go ahead and get into it. First, we'll announce here that the Xbox One has been discounted down to $249. It's for a limited time. It's just representing the $100 discount on Xbox Ones. I believe that this is going to be to try to combat the loss of sales and try to combat the PS4 sales that have been going on. This is Microsoft's attempt, I believe. Now, that $100 discount also applies to the bundles that come with it. So you can get that Gears of War Ultimate Edition bundle or that Quantum Break bundle. Any of those Xbox One bundles you can get with that $100 discount, which is pretty nice. Don't know how useful that is, especially with the news of the new Xbox coming out, but we'll see. If you want to get a cheap Xbox One, that would be the time. If you just want to get a regular one, $249 is what it's sitting at. So it's worth it, I believe. Now, in other tech news, the new Titan X model was just announced by NVIDIA's Titan X model. It is expected to be about 60% faster than the previous Titan X. Now, the Titan X did dominate the GPU market for quite a while. For about 5 years it dominated, which is pretty good in tech terms, that nothing that came out for 5 years was able to top it. In a way, it wasn't very unexpected that the new Titan X was going to be rolling out here. If you think about it, the new 1080 is very nice, but at the same time, if it was the top of the line, why was it then released for around $600? You just kind of connect the dots here. That is relatively cheap, especially for a top of the line GPU. And in a way, it was like a foreshadowing for this. But still, Titan X, if you want to have the best of the best, that's going to be the best one for you. That's going to be sitting at around $1,200. And that will be coming out right around August 2nd. So that'll be pretty nice for you. And then also, another gaming news with here, if you've ever wanted to revisit the glory days, Sonic Mania was just announced. It is going to be a new 2D adventure, so none of that 3D stuff. They're just going back to that old 2D play style. It's going to incorporate some new zones, as well as you're going to be able to play as 3 characters. That's going to be Knuckles, Tails, and of course Sonic. Wouldn't be a Sonic game without him. That is expected to be coming out around spring of 2017. Also, it was announced that a new story-based Sonic game would be coming out as well. That was made by the people that brought you Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations. That is set to release on the holiday 2017, so it'll be right around November, December of next year. It'll be pretty nice. The trailer didn't really show too much, but it looks very nice. But both are going to be very great games. Some are even saying that Sonic Mania is going to become a classic. So if you want to play a game that is said to make history, I would get Sonic Mania. It looks like a lot of fun. Now, more news with also Pokemon Go. I reported on that last time, and so there's even more news here today that the leaders of the gym were actually just announced. Valor is going to be Candela, Mystic is going to be Blanche, and Instinct is going to be Spark. So those are going to be your 3 gym leaders, which is pretty nice that they did just announce that, because they were only silhouettes previously. Niantic also did announce that they were considering adding Pokemon centers, but they did not want to make any guarantees, but they were going to essentially be what they are in the other Pokemon games, just a free place to stop to refuel all your Pokemon. So it'll make those potions maybe a little more convenient just for maybe gyms as well. But that isn't even a guarantee if they are going to be adding the Pokemon centers. But they also did announce that they for sure will be bringing trading to the game. It'll be soon, but they want to make sure that that they get more server stabilization done before they do add training, which is understandable. Now that the game has become pretty spread out, It's topped sales. It's broken records here. It's a fun game, and there's going to be a whole lot more to come with it. And I'm actually pretty excited to see where it's going to go. Nintendo did say that they weren't going to be changing their business model just because of the recent success of this game, which is understandable. I mean, when it was released, I'm sure that you want it to take off, but you're not always 100% sure that it will. And the fact that it did, Nintendo still has a couple things in line here that they do have to cover, so be on the lookout for new Nintendo stuff. But also as well, at San Diego Comic-Con, 2 new Injustice characters were announced. They were Wonder Woman and Blue Beetle. They were both announced. They look very nice. They are going to join the set of characters that we know so far, being Batman, Superman, Supergirl, Aquaman, Atrocitus, Supergirl. I do believe I said Supergirl twice. I do apologize for that. And then Gorilla Grodd. So those will be joining. Blue Beetle and Wonder Woman will be joining them. It looks like it's going to be a very fun game. If you enjoyed the first Injustice, then you're going to enjoy the second one. The second one's going to have a little bit new characters. I don't know. It just looks like a lot of fun. I would really check it out. And also in regards to Injustice, well, with the Justice League trailer was actually just announced as well. That was shown. It looks all right. They're definitely taking a more comedic approach. I do not know if it'll be enough to save DC, the DC productions, but it's a potential. It's a potential. It really is. It looks like a pretty good movie so far. It looks like it's more of an origins for Justice League as a group. It looks like it's Batman going around asking for the help of others because he believes that something out there is going to be coming and he needs a group of heroes to help defeat it. So it's a pretty neat premise. I do believe Darkseid is going to be the main villain for that one. In the trailer, not much of Superman was really shown, so it looks like it was more about Batman going around and getting these heroes. But it does look pretty neat. Now, as well, we've been talking a lot about Overwatch. We've been releasing some gameplay videos of that. We really enjoyed it here at Nerd Informer, at Super Nerd Network. Actually, all of us here, we really enjoyed the game. And now it is looking like that it's also going to have a graphic novel as well. That is going to be released in April 2017. A little bit more story behind those characters that you're playing as. It should be really good. I do know that Mortal Kombat had a graphic novel, which was also really nice. It explained a lot more story that you don't see in the game. And really, with them all being heroes, there's going to be a lot that they can do with it. Graphic novel wise, what they can do with all the characters, all the personalities, and all just the backgrounds. I believe that the graphic novel will be very nice. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be April, so it's not till next year, but that'll come up faster than you think. Now, more with Kojima. We've reported a couple things on him with Death Stranding and him leaving Konami. That's all old news now. But he did promise to show us a video of something pretty cool at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, I was hoping it was going to be a Death Stranding trailer. It was not. It wasn't another one. So we're still left confused, but we're still left with the hint of that the trailer actually shows a lot of Easter eggs, essentially, or a lot of foreshadowing for the end of the game. So I do believe it is going to be a game series, possibly, and that could be just something that might be the end of how the first game is going to be. So it'll more than likely the trailer will actually turn out to be some huge reveal for when you do reach the end of the game, and so be on the lookout for when that game does come out. I don't know when it will. Kojima did say that he doesn't know exactly when it will be done because there is still a bit more that has to go into it. But what he did release is he did release a trailer of his logo movie with his mascot, Ludens, planting a flag on what appears to be like a moon under the water. That was to announce also more or less that he now has a filming studio. So they're also not only going to be doing games, but also movies or stuff like that. So that'll be really cool too. Kojima really has a lot of potential with what he's been doing, and so I'm really excited to see where that's going to develop here in the future. I believe next year sometime is really going to be where we're going to see that movie, where we're going to be also seeing Death Stranding. So next year's going to be a big year for Kojima, and it's going to be really neat to see it. So I really can't wait. Now Nordic Games also did announce here that Darksiders will be remastered for the Wii U, PS4, Xbox One, and that'll be coming out on October 25th. So be on the lookout for that. If you did enjoy the Darksiders series, it is a good series of games. I would honestly check them out if you haven't played them at all yet. But they will be being remastered on the consoles. Now, Halo 2 story was revealed about Atriox the Brute. That is going to be the main villain here. The premise is that the Brutes were essentially just really strong, just dumb, thick-headed, just pawns, really. They're used for war, kind of like sieging and stuff. They're very thick-headed, and they're kind of like your tanks, essentially, that you want to just send in, take all the damage, but still deal damage. Now, Atriox is different. He is a very intelligent, very strong. He's the strongest, he's the fastest, and the smartest. He's very tactical. What they showed is that he took down 3 Spartans in a hand-to-hand combat. He's just he looks like he's going to be a pretty epic villain. The trailer looked really nice for the game. It's essentially where it's leaving off where Halo Wars 1 did leave off. So it's going to be when they go into the cryo sleep, they're going to be waking up 28 years later, and really what's going on. And it looks like that they're getting to the main, it's like the Ark of the Founders or something like that. It's essentially where it is the thing that makes the Halos. So it has all of that power, and that is going to be, it looks like the set thing that has been creating them. So really the game looks really neat. If you didn't like Halo Wars 1, I do believe that Halo Wars 2 is going to be a whole lot better. I mean, I thought Halo Wars 1 was a pretty decent game. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but Halo Wars 2 is really going to be where they're going to, I believe, thrive. It looks like it is more of a campaign-based game. I do know that more people will be interested in what the multiplayer is going to be like, but the campaign is really going to be nice to continue that Halo story and continue to fill, the mysteries that it has generated as well. Now, Battleborn also is talking more about releasing their new character, Pendles. He will be out on July 28th for the season pass holders, and then he will also then be out on August 4th for the regular, for everyone else. And he looks like it should be pretty neat. Pendles is essentially a cold-blooded assassin. Quite literally, he's a reptile, so I guess that is the pun there. He does look like a pretty neat character. So far, the character that they just released, Alani, they released a while back, she's really good. So I imagine Pendles is going to be just as great as well. But Battleborn is really looking at it's really kind of slowed down, at least for me and for everyone here at Super Nerd Network. We've been playing a lot more Overwatch. I do believe that it was just kind of outpaced. I think if it would have been released somewhere, I would almost say somewhere like near now, but I don't even know because Overwatch has really been taking off. I mean, they just had their tournament here where the winner was going to win $300,000, so they've been really outpaced. And Battleborn's a great game, and there's going to be still more things to come with that as well. So, and they're also going to be releasing some new maps for it as well. So be on the lookout for that if you guys do like Battleborn. If you haven't played Battleborn, it's really fun. It's a first-person RTS essentially. It's like I always hear it described as League of Legends, but first-person. In a way, it is like that, but there's still a lot more that goes into it. So I'd really check it out if you haven't played it yet, or even check out some videos of people playing it. Actually, we have even played that here, so I would honestly check that out with us playing if you haven't. And then also, in Magic news, a new set has been announced. It is going to be Kaladesh. That is going to be released sometime September. I do believe September 30th. Now, I am pretty excited here though, because the Pro Tour for Eldritch Moon will be coming out here, so it'll be nice to see how Standard has evolved. And also, I would say be on the lookout here on our Instagram and everything. Gen Con is going to be next week. I didn't have any board game news here today, just because next week I'm going to be in Indianapolis at a big game convention, and I'm gonna have all the news right there. I'm gonna be hopefully shooting a couple videos. Um, I'll definitely have a lot of pictures of everything, and we'll also be trying some games out as well. So I'll have all of that. I'll get that all on the channel here of my Gen Con experience. I will be attending next year. I'm really hoping here, especially with San Diego Comic-Con being earlier, hopefully next year we can make it out there to that as well, do some better reports. We can even report there as well. Same thing with like PAX. We want to start going to PAX events as well, getting all that news here for you. We're starting to do a lot more tech news as well. We're looking to incorporate a couple more things here also into this segment. We are starting on some short films, which is really nice. We're going to get those out hopefully here soon. The only issue is just scheduling right now. We just got to get that down, and then we'll start pumping out those short films. And then also, I do believe we're doing a couple other things here with the channel. We're still going to keep live streaming. That's because those are just easy. Those are fun. Honestly, it's fun to just play the games and also show people, I guess, your ability. Now, I do know when I live streamed, I don't remember if I did very good. I mean, we were playing competitive. We did, we really we didn't do so well. I don't know why, but we didn't really do that well, which is alright. You win some, you lose some. But other than that, be on the lookout for what our channel is going to be doing here in the future. I'm going to keep doing these as well. Hopefully Craig and Cody will be able to make it out as well for the next one. I do believe I will be shooting the next episode of Nerd Informer down in Indianapolis, so be on the lookout for that one, but I will definitely have a Gen Con video here. So be on the lookout for all those videos and for all the new things that we are going to be incorporating into this channel. And honestly, we just want to get this channel to be big. I think it is definitely very helpful. We do a lot of the news for just everything, which I believe is nice. It definitely helps everyone else for little things that they like, or even showing people the things that they weren't really well known about. They're showing, kind of getting people into different playing styles, essentially, with like playing Magic or playing video games, playing board games. That's just really what we want to do, is we want to get everyone kind of familiar with all the kind of games out there. And we're hoping to also do some kind of like Magic videos here of us just playing some Magic and us playing some board games as well. The last time we tried that didn't go so well, so I didn't upload that video. But yeah, so just be on the lookout for all of our new content here that we're going to release. But make sure that you like the video, comment some things that we can change, some things that we can do here with the channel that you really want to see. We're really open for comments and criticism, because really that's what helps build a great YouTube channel. And then, but what we'll be doing here is we'll really be getting some new content out as well. So not just an Informer, not just the live streams as well. And make sure that you tell your friends. If we can get, like I said, we want to get this YouTube channel as big as possible. Here, we didn't meet our goal really for this month. Actually, I think we lost a subscriber, which is a little sad. But we want to hit that goal. 30 people would be awesome. By the end of August, we will shoot for that. 30 or 50 subscribers would be wonderful. We've been getting the views on some of our channels, which is really, or on some of our videos, that's really nice. But tell your friends about us, and really, the more people you tell, the more people that watch here, advertise us if you can, anything like that. But other than that, thank you for watching this episode of Nerd Informer. I'm Damick, and I will see you next time.